I think for a long time I lived with this quiet assumption of perpetuity. I thought my skin would always be firm, even toned, and wrinkle free. I thought my hair would always be full bodied and abundant, like in an expensive shampoo commercial. But I really have noticed lately there's this sense of jeopardy. Like the version of me I've known for 70 years is slowly being traded for some unknown woman. One with lines on her face, with traces of bags under her eyes, sagging boobs, a turkey neck, a pooch belly. I mean, inside I still feel younger than my age. I still have the same quirky sense of humor, the same personality, the same sense of adventure. But then I look in the mirror and I see all the signs of a body that's been around for over half a century. Yeah, we expect the gray hair, maybe a few extra pounds, a wrinkle here or there, but wow, time sure knows how to march all over your body. And then you start comparing yourself to other women, younger women, or even comparing yourself to older women, your friends who aren't aging at the same rate that you are. Do they have some unspoken secret never to be revealed? And then sometimes the jealousy creeps in, maybe just a little. You can't help it. Seeing women on social media or out in public parading around with their toned, tanned legs, their full head of flowing hair, their perfect wrinkle-free faces. Now, to be honest, some women have invested heavily in plastic surgery, Botox, laser treatments, teeth whitening, expensive treatments, and facials. And more power to them if they feel they need it and it helps them feel better about themselves. And if they can afford it, because it is awfully expensive. I mean, anti-aging is a $1 billion industry. They don't make money when women accept themselves. They only make money when you're one product away from looking younger. We're conditioned to try to maintain a youthful appearance. But what's this cultural toxic obsession with youth anyway? It's an endless cycle. And will it guarantee us a perpetual positive self-image? No, it's impossible. Now, the other day, I was standing in front of the mirror when I noticed all the fine lines, the facial hair, my disappearing eyebrows. It just seemed to happen overnight. And my first instinct was the one we've all been taught. Fix it. Buy a cream. Cover it. Find a treatment. Fight it. But then I started thinking, who says that every sign of aging is a problem to be solved? Why fight a battle against time that you're guaranteed to lose? Why can't we just be happy with the way things are? So for years and years and years, I dyed my hair. It used to be brown. And I would go in and have the gray covered up. Only more and more gray kept coming in, and I have to go in more often and have it dyed. It got to be really expensive. And finally, I thought to myself, why am I doing this? Why am I going through all this? Why don't I just let it go and be natural? So that's what I did. And I'm a lot happier for it. Now, I'm not saying every woman should stop coloring their hair. If coloring makes you feel better, more confident, and happy, then by all means do it. This isn't about gray hair. It's about something bigger. For me, letting go of gray hair wasn't just changing my appearance. It was changing my mindset. I realized I'd spent so much time trying to hold on to the woman I used to be that I wasn't appreciating the woman I had become. And as I've gotten older, I've gained things I never had when I was younger. Mostly, I've gained perspective. I stopped worrying about what other people think. You see, when I was younger, I always worried about whether my clothes were just right or if people thought I was attractive. Now I realize it's not really all that important, and if you think about it, what's the most important thing that you think of when you remember someone? More than likely, it's not their clothes, their hair, or if they had the perfect manicure. It's how their attitude is, their personality, their joy, how they made you feel. So I finally realized that maybe beauty isn't about looking young anymore. Maybe beauty is kindness, it's resilience, it's confidence. Maybe it's the peace that comes from finally accepting the way that you are. Now, don't get me wrong, I still moisturize, I still paint my toenails, and I still like to wear cute, comfortable clothes. I still want to look nice. But I realize there's a big difference between taking care of yourself and constantly trying to erase the evidence that you've lived all these wonderful years. So if I spend every morning looking in the mirror, dwelling on all the little fine lines, all the little chin hairs that pop up, and all the other little flaws, that's all I'm ever going to see. But what if I start looking for something different? What if instead of worrying about hiding the signs of aging, I ask myself how I can become the happiest, kindest, most fulfilled version of myself? Because here's what I'm beginning to believe. Wrinkles don't make us beautiful. Extra weight doesn't erase our youth. Gray hair doesn't diminish our value. The happiest women I know aren't the ones who have managed to look 40 forever. They're the ones who stopped apologizing for looking their age and started enjoying the life they've worked so hard to build. And I'm reminded, what's that Helen Reddy song? I am woman. I am woman, hear me roar. How's it go? I am strong. I'm invincible. I am woman. That's your theme song. So I'm just curious, what's one thing aging has taken from you, and what's one thing it's given you? I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and for more empowering videos, make sure you check out this playlist.